I regard myself as a soldier, though a soldier of peace.
What's up, peoples? What's happening, Warren? I completely understand your anger and your frustration after watching that video. That's how I felt when I first saw it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I saw it when the incident first occurred. And it was limited coverage here in the United States, or Las Vegas. A couple days at most that they talked about it, and then it was old news. But it's something that, yeah, causes anger, causes frustration, but it's not something that I would want to not see. Something I have to see. You know, you have to see the stuff like that goes on so you can change it, you can stop it. And I think the main way of stopping it is by talking about it and bringing attention to it, because the people involved that do certain things like that want to keep that hidden. They want to keep it in the dark, you know, because they'll be ashamed if word gets out that they treat people like that. And that what you call Big Brother, those kind of actions seem to be coming on more and more lately, at least here in the United States. I see it all over the place. So there's people getting tasered, kids getting tasered at UCLA in the computer lab. I don't know if you got a chance to see that story, but YouTube brought that out in the open, and somebody filmed it on their cell phone and posted it on YouTube, and suddenly it became a big story. But just talking about it and getting those images out there, saying that it's unacceptable and that we won't accept that kind of behavior from these people who are put in power by us to protect us. And same with the soldiers, the conduct of the soldiers, that yeah, they're out fighting war, and most of them are hopefully using good judgment, but not all of them, you know. And when those pictures of Abu Ghraib came out, it was something documented and said, it was proof that said that these atrocities were taking place and they needed to be stopped. And nobody would really listen until the proof was there. Just like with Rodney King and all these just horrible things that take place. And you kind of have to witness it firsthand, and watching a video or seeing photographs is like witnessing it firsthand, you know. You're almost like a silent witness where you can't do anything, and that may be even the cause of most of your anger, is that you can't do anything. You're just sitting there watching it take place. And that's frustrating, that's horrible. But the thing that you can do is talk about it. Get people that you know to talk about it and say that it's unacceptable, that if there were to be something like that to happen again, that it's not going to happen again, because we won't let it happen again. We won't allow it because it's not right. But if we don't talk about it and we keep it quiet, they're just going to do it again and keep doing it because they think they can get away with it. And there's not going to be any talking, no discussion, just everybody keeps quiet and keeps in their little corners of their universe in their house. So I think we do need to discuss it, and you can get as loud as you want and say as many fucking cuss words as you want. Personally, I'm not offended by cursing, because like, I'm more offended by watching a video like that, and I find that offensive. Cursing, or whatever somebody calls cursing, or fuck, shit, piss, whatever they call that, is not offensive to me. I find acts of violence like that very, very offensive. So that's what we need to point out, and I think with your anger, you are pointing that out. And maybe it's a little inflammatory, but good. You know, you gotta light a fire under some people's asses when shit like this happens, you know? You can't just sit back and just shake it off and say, oh, or shrug it off and say, oh, it's just another bad cop. No, you can't have just another bad cop, you know? We have to have more good cops that aren't going to do that. So, how do we do that? We talk about it. We make sure that the police officers aren't allowed to do such things. They aren't allowed to taser students 4 times in a computer lab for no other reason than not showing an ID, or spraying pepper spray into the faces of people who are handcuffed in the back of the car. Just these ridiculous acts that are torture, basic torture, and they're being allowed to take place because up until this point people aren't talking about it, they're not discussing it. So yeah, yell away. You see something like that, yell fire in a crowded place. Do what you gotta do, because that to me needs to stop. So I'm behind you, and I hope other people are too. So until next time, man, peace out.